Guess what? You're not going to learn your finances through one random YouTube video. In fact, one of the easiest ways for you to build your wealth is to read one finance book a year. If you're not doing that, you're behind the curve. Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Debt-Free Joel. And on today's personal finance tip, what we're going to talk about is the importance of reading at least one personal finance book a year. If you like these type of videos, feel free to click the like and subscribe button. In fact, I'll wait. Go ahead, click the subscribe button. All right, let's get to it. Did you know that reading is fundamental? Yeah, right? I mean, we all do. Do you know that successful people read? Okay, that's obvious. Now, why am I telling you these things? Because you know them. You know that reading is fundamental to your education. You know what happened in high school. You know what happened in college. You know what happened in parochial school. You have to read. Now, there's different ways for you to read, especially when it comes to finances, but it's important that you read at least one personal finance book a year. Every time I have a discussion with somebody, when they're talking about finances, they say, man, I wish I learned this when I was younger. What the hell is stopping you now? There's so many books, there's so much information out there that you should be reading at least one book a year. Now, why do I say at least one book? Think about it this way. Go back to high school, go back to college. When you were learning about, I don't know, geometry, calculus, algebra, physics, whatever you was learning about, think about how the class went. You took a quiz, you took a test, you took a midterm, you took a second midterm, you took a final. The reason why they do this way is because you learn based on repetition. You have to reinforce the information that you're learning. The same thing comes with finances. You're not just going to learn finance from one YouTube video. You're not going to learn finance from just one random thing someone tells you. You're not going to learn finance from just one random thing on Instagram. You need to repeat the process and let it get ingrained into your brain. Here's another interesting fact. You know how many people who are watching right now have read Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Yeah. How many of you are actually using his strategies? I'll wait. Didn't think so. You see what I'm saying? You read the book once, you got the information, but you never used it. And then you ended up forgetting it. You see, one of the reasons why I say you should be reading at least one personal finance book a year is because it reinforces the principles of what you need to do with your finances. Remember, your finances are emotional. Now, here's my one recommendation for a book. This is one of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorite books. In fact, I have bought this book for many people. You know why I like this book so much? It's specifically because, and just in case you can't see the name, is The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. The reason why I like this book is because number one, it's written in story form. Number two, there's no numbers. And number three, it's a total of 200 pages in a small ass book. You have no excuses. This book right here talks about what it is to be on a financial journey, to learn about money, but they do it in story form. It's an easy way to read. So if you're looking for a book to read, if you're looking for something to educate you on personal finance, to start that journey so that you're reading a book at least once a year, this one right here, Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, one of my favorites. I think when it comes to reading, and those of you who know me personally know that I like to read. This is not a coincidence. I used to watch my father read a lot. I used to watch my mother read a lot. There is something to it, especially when I was younger. When I was bored and sitting there around the house, my mother would literally say, go read a book. This is not a coincidence, right? There is education out there for you, and there's so many types. If you don't want to read a book, fine, listen to the audiobook. Go on YouTube, look at the summaries of the videos. I don't care how you do it. But always be looking for more financial education than you have currently right now. Because what you currently have right now is nothing. Yeah, I said it. You currently have no type of financial education right now because it was never taught to you. It is your job to go get the financial education. It's not the school system's job. That's not their job to teach you about money. You're supposed to teach yourself. That's my personal finance tip for today. I'm Debt-Free Joel. If you like these type of videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to like the video. Feel free to send this to anyone you think is going to be helpful. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Debt-Free-Joel, same name. I put everything on there about finance in terms of saving, investing, and most importantly, charity. Until next time, keep your money up.